Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and we're back out here in the garage for another upcoming projects video. I got a few more guns here on the table that are going into the queue, which I currently have like a huge stack of guns to review and products to review. In fact, the pile is getting, oh man, on the other side of the workbench over there, it's getting kind of high. I got 2 flashlights. I got 3 red dots. I still got that kind of gun mounting thing. I think I showed you before. And I still have those walkie-talkies that go on Walker earmuffs. I mean, I got so much to do, but I got to focus on guns. Anyway, let's talk about the guns I have on the table. I saw my friend D today. Actually, I saw 2 of my friends today. Saw one of my friends, Jack number 2, and I saw D. And D had a few things for me because, as you guys know, I had to return the B&T APC 300 SD to him because of an issue with the suppressor, which, by the way, I do want to say, B&T finally reached out. I need to respond to them, and I guess they're going to hopefully take care of the issue with that particular gun. But I was able to see D, and he had a few things for me because I had returned a few guns that I had reviewed, and he's like, hey, what do you want next? And I said, well, surprise me. And surprise me he did. Now, let me tell you that I am, once again, the most blessed firearms YouTuber out there because nobody gets to make the type of content that I do. Okay, my videos might not be the coolest and sexiest ones out there. They might not be the ones that get the most clicks. Okay, they're long form and boring. That's the kind of videos I like. But man, do I get to shoot some amazing guns. So I got 2 more 2011s, and I have 2 more rifles. So let's go with the 2011s first. As you can see, we have another bag from Atlas Gun Works. Yes, in fact, I believe this is the last of their models. Now, I haven't shot like every variant of their models, but when it comes to like their main models, I think this is the last one that I need to review. And this is the, let me get this right, the Erebus. There you go. Appears to be a full size, maybe it's a kind of a compact length barrel. We got a integrated muzzle comp there. And another 2011. I really like the thumb safety on this one. Look how big this is. It even has like this big flap on the side. Man, you cannot miss with that thing. That thing's pretty awesome. But yeah, I have not shot this gun yet, and this is the last of the models from Atlas Gun Works that I have yet to review. So I've really liked the stuff from Atlas. A couple of their guns I shot really well. Another thing that's really interesting is the shape of these grips and this grip module. As you can see, it kind of has this elevated area on it on this side, and this side has like a smaller one. So I have to kind of look into that and see what that's all about. But it feels pretty good in my hand, even though the grip texture a little bit aggressive. It's a aluminum one, I believe. But yeah, the Atlas Gun Works Erebus. That's going to be awesome. And as I've mentioned in some of my latest reviews, I have really grown to love the 2011 platform. I may have to get one day, even though I'm not really a competition shooter. And so 2011s don't necessarily fill a niche in my collection. And I got to figure out a way to close this bag up here. This is a big gun. Let's see if I reverse it this way. There we go. Got to put it upside down in the bag from what I was doing. All right. There we go. Okay. So, but yeah, maybe one day I'll get a 2011. But I think if I did, I'd probably get a Staccato. All right. The next one we have is from a company that I have only heard of and only in passing. And that is going to be Phoenix Trinity Firearms. So, don't really know a lot about them. I've heard people talk about them. And this is another one of those 2011 kind of boutique companies. And when D pulled this out of the bag, I really liked the way it looked. Because you got to see the Cerakote job on this thing. Here it is. Let me, of course, safety check it. And this, I believe, is called the Desert Pro. And take a look at that. That is like a desert camo pattern. And all of the accents on this gun are obviously gold. I don't know what the finish is. Maybe it's like, what's it called? DLC finish, diamond-like coating. But it's all gold, which I think I kind of prefer silver, but nothing wrong there with the gold. It does match the camo motif. We have another large safety on the side. I do like that, and that feels really, really good. This one has a grip safety, which I do like. The Atlas Gunworks does not, but I do like to have these grip safeties. It makes them feel a little bit more like a 1911. It's not like they're as far of a departure from the 1911 as other guns. And ooh, there is one thing I just noticed. Take a look at that front sight there. That fiber optic thing is coming out. Got to push that in there. And will it come back out? Yeah, it will. So I think that front needs to get just a little bit of heat on it. Will expand it and lock that in there. But yeah, that fiber optic sight right there is already loose. See? See? I haven't even taken this gun out of the bag. I just got it today, and I've already discovered something about it that's wrong. I'm telling you guys, I am the ultimate gun tester. If you send something to the Texas Gun Vault, I will find the problem with it. And of course, people go, "You hate on those guns." No, I find problems. But anyway, this one also has kind of a built-in comp. The barrel shape is a little bit different. It's more square. So take a look at that. You can see there on the side of the barrel, and even the barrel hood is square versus round, like you see on a lot of the 2011s. But yeah, I'll have to do something about that front sight. All right, so that is the Phoenix Trinity Firearms Desert Pro. And, oh, another interesting story about this gun before I put it in the bag. I remember Dee was telling me Donald Trump Jr. owns one of these. In fact, I think he owns, and I could be wrong, supposedly it's on one of his social media accounts. I believe he has serial number 2. This one is, I won't give you the exact serial number. Let's just say it's within 10 of that number. So it's pretty darn close. So Donald Trump Jr. owns serial number 2. This one is very close to that, within 10 digits. So, yeah, that's pretty darn cool. So a little history to that one. But I'll have to go and research exactly which one that is and get that picture to include that in the review. All right, so that's what that one's all about. And once again, I got to figure out how to put this back in the case because that large mag well, there we go. That's going to work a lot better. Okay, so those are going to be 2 awesome guns to review. And now, let's get to the rifles that we have. Oh, by the way, something else that I do like is this time Dee, he didn't know I would be interested in it, and I didn't even know that Atlas had this. They send you some paperwork when you purchase their guns, and it has all of the information from them regarding the best ammo, the spring weights, all that kind of stuff. So it's cool to get the documentation with this. So when I do like the specs of the gun, I'll be able to be a little bit more specific and in depth. So that is really cool to have as well. Okay, so let's talk about the 2 rifles we have here. And as you can probably tell from the color of this one, you know it's a Q. And this is called the Boombox. Yes, you know Q has all those funny names. So what is the Boombox? Essentially, it's either a pistol or an SBR, and this one obviously is an SBR, and this is an AR-15 or AR-10 style gun, but it's chambered in 8.6 Blackout, which of course is a cartridge that was designed by Kevin Brittingham, who owns Q. And I believe, I'm going to just look at this, I believe this is the 12-inch barreled version of it. And 8.6 is really interesting because it's a big old projectile going at subsonic velocities. So it kind of uses an AR-10 style magwell and magazines, but it has a projectile that goes subsonic but hits kind of hard. So a lot of people think it's great for hunting at certain distances, and that's going to be an interesting thing to experience with this gun, because my only other experience with 8.6 is in the B&T APR 8.6, which was an okay experience for me. I did have some issues, and we've talked about that in the past. But this is going to be more of what I think is more like a defensive carbine because of its size. But I think, I got to double check here. Let me get out the case here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, to really do this review right, wait, it's one of these. Hold on. No. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe it's in the other bag. Oh, here it is. Yeah. All right, here we go. We have the Q Short Chop, which is designed for 8.6, and I think I also have the, is it the Pork Chop? The other one for this. So, because 8.6 being a great subsonic round, that's the way this one's really supposed to be run. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to review this one yet, because as I said, a lot of people look at 8.6 as being a hunting round, but this thing's kind of set up like a defensive carbine. So I don't know if I should review this on the 25-yard range, the 100-yard range, or both. So tell me what you think. If you shoot 8.6, what do you think this really is? Should I review this kind of like a, like a carbine AR-15, or should I review it like a short, longer distance rifle? Let me know. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. All right, and then the last thing, and man, this one, I didn't know what to think of this one, because this one, yeah, you can see that attachment on the end here. I didn't know what to think about this one when I first saw it, because this is something I didn't even know existed. I guess when I heard the name, I was like, yeah, I think I've heard something about the concept. This is the Sig SURG MCX upper, okay? So let me explain what the heck this thing is. And it makes a lot of sense, okay? So this is a 5.56 upper receiver. It's not designed to be put with a particular lower, with the exception of military M4 lowers. So I guess what this really is designed to be is, as the U.S. military is moving over to the Sig Spear MCX platform, they have the official, what is it? Is it the M7 rifle, I think they call it? And it's chambered in, I don't have the numbers right off the top of my head, but I know the civilian version of the cartridge is called 277 Fury. It's kind of between a 308 and a 5.56. It's supposed to pack more punch. But one of the things I mentioned when the military adopted that in my commentary on that rifle is that I guess that's an awesome round for certain applications, but they're not going to get rid of 5.56 completely, because it's just too versatile of a round, and you don't need 277 Fury at CQB distances. So I was thinking they might adopt the M7, but my gut always told me they're going to adopt in some capacity the MCX Spear 5.56. That's still my belief, even though they haven't mentioned. I think they're headed in that direction, because too much of their military infrastructure is built around the 5.56 cartridge. But what this upper receiver is, essentially, is an MCX upper receiver that is designed to go onto an AR-15 lower receiver. In fact, this upper will not fit on an MCX lower. You can't do it. There's some type of block on it. It is designed specifically for a mil-spec AR-15 lower, and I believe the lower we have on this one is a Radian. Yeah, it's a Radian. So this was also an SBR. Plus, we have I don't know if this is necessarily integrally suppressed, but this suppressor is kind of part of the package, so I don't think it's really meant to come off. And they also have a kit where you can put on essentially what is like an MCX stock on the back of an M4 receiver. So this is an upper receiver that meets all of SOCOM's requirements, but is designed to kind of outfit the old M4 lowers with MCX uppers. That's what it's designed for. And I guess it's been adopted by the military, and it has this really interesting suppressor here on the end that's in a cage. And obviously that is going to be for the heat. And I think that's a cool idea. It's definitely big. As I said, I didn't know what to think about it when I first saw it. You can't take that off. But that obviously is for heat dissipation or to prevent you from being able to burn your hands, because this suppressor is meant to be on this upper. And that is one of the things I was kind of curious about when it comes to, I guess, modern military doctrine, because we are moving more and more towards suppressed firearms all the time. And one of the big issues with suppressed firearms is the heat, because let's say you're out in the field, you shoot 50, 60 rounds through this, then you put it on the sling, you put it on your back, or you're carrying it, you have a big hot object here that can really hurt you. If you're not paying attention, it can burn your leg, burn your head. But this is supposed to, I'm going to assume, dissipate that heat, where maybe it would still be warm to the touch, but you're not going to get, first or second degree burns if you accidentally touch it. So it's like the suppressor is encaged and you can't take that cage off, and it's a very durable cage. We still have the adjustable gas block up here. Of course, it's a piston gun, or short stroke piston. So that's what this is. This is a really interesting piece of hardware. Cool idea. But I still believe the existence of this upper receiver is proof that what I predicted about the military eventually adopting the Sig MCX-556 is true, because that's essentially what this is. To me, this is the military admitting to themselves, okay, maybe 277 Fury is a little bit too much. We need to have 556 infrastructure, but we don't want to adopt a whole new rifle right now. Let's just buy some uppers and retrofit the hundreds of thousands of lowers that we already have. So that is what this is. So this thing was really supposed to be at home on more of like a mil-spec lower, but you can put it on any AR-15 lower. So that's what this is. So 556, it's big, it's heavy, it's bulky. I really think like the weight is going to be the big downside to this, but yeah. So this I will definitely review as just like a basic carbine. So anyway, that is it. I'm trying to look here on the side. Yeah, it has like a US inventory code on this side. Yeah, this is really cool. And I think these are made in small numbers for the civilian market. So to be able to get to review one of these is really, really cool. So that's what I have on the table. Some amazing firearms. And I got to get these kind of figured out where in the queue they need to be when it comes to the reviews. Because in fact, after I get done with this video, which right now it's only 7:10, 7:15, even though it's super dark outside, I'm going to go to the range tonight. I got a few guns to review, so I got to get some footage for that. So yeah, I got so much work ahead of me. But anyway, let me know what you think about any of these guns. What do you guys think about this Sig MCX-SURG upper and this caged suppressor, and any of the 2011s that I have, or this Boombox? Anything you know about it, let me know. And what are your opinions on how I should review the Boombox? Man, that thing's light compared to that Sig. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you made it to the end of this video, the word of the day, what word can you use to let me know that you made it to the end? The word of the day is going to be, we're going to say heavy. Heavy, because of this really heavy Sig SURG MCX-556 upper. So there you go, word of the day, and a bunch of cool guns. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.